Did y'all catch the Grammys? I did. Well, not the whole thing. I caught some of it, but did y'all see it?
My favorite artist, Olivia Dean, won Best New Artist. Appreciate that.
Okay.
That's what's
Nice.
up.
I enjoy watching the artist, formerly known as Lauren Hill. No, because I did not know who that was on stage until she started singing, and then I was like, I've thoroughly enjoyed and missed hearing her voice, how she sounded, just even the collabs that they did, for D'Angelo and some of the other tributes that they did. I thought that was awesome.
No, I didn't see it. Um, I was highly upset that Leon Thomas didn't win it over Olivia Dean, but it's fine.
He
I
got
Um,
mean,
best.
but he did win.
Yeah, he
he
got
won.
best
Yeah, he
R&B.
won
He
some
won
awards.
Best R&B album.
Best
Yeah,
R&B. Yeah.
it's fine.
He needed him
But it
to
should
do
be
that.
best new. But I would say that I have now checked out Olivia Dean finally, and I like her. She kind of remind me of Snow Allegra. I like her.
Fred, what about you?
Yeah. So I didn't see it. Like I said, I just heard a lot of stuff, word of mouth. Heard about Kendrick Lamar being was it the when won the most rapper that won the most Grammys, and I actually
Yeah.
incorporated that into my school age program, and we're talking about that for Black History Month.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, my favorite artist, well, one of my new favorite artists, Duran Bernard, he won and he had like a viral moment. He was the guy that was running to the stage as if they were gonna change their mind if he didn't get there in time. So like I love that for him because like I've been a fan of his for a long, long time. I remember seeing clips of him on YouTube like 15 years ago, and like to see him reach that height like it's pretty great, and I enjoyed his album too, so I think I may have recommended it on this show. So I
Yeah,
think that was my favorite moment.
I've never heard any of his music before, but like I was happy for him. Like that viral moment felt like he was really, really happy. So I was just happy for him. It was a great moment. I know for him.
Yeah, like I appreciate when people win and they don't act like they're surprised or like, oh my, me, like the whole Taylor Swift winning an award. Like I appreciate when people are like, you know what? Yes, it is me. Let me go get my things. So I appreciated his reaction.
When Bad Bunny won Album of the Year, what did that seem genuine? Because I did
I
not expect
loved
it.
his reaction.
Yeah, yeah,
I loved it too because it wasn't a, oh my God, I can't believe it's me. It was like, it was almost like he had to just, I felt like he was praying and just kind of releasing a lot of tension. This is what I heard because I heard it on TikTok, so I don't know how true it was, but like, when you look at his table, there were no family. There wasn't really anybody at that table with him. And apparently he was wearing a bulletproof vest because his life has obviously, because of the Super Bowl and this, that, and the third, maybe in danger. And he didn't have any family at his table because they too would be at risk being near him. So to think about winning like the biggest award you've ever won in your career and literally can't have anybody around you to protect them from being killed because your life is in danger. Like that puts an extra weird spin on it that is like I get why he took that long pause. I loved it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was. It came across to me in real time that it was genuine. Um, the fact that he won, I'm gonna say as the whole, it was like, okay, this is a storybook type of okay, you performing at the Super Bowl. I kind of could have seen it coming, you know what I mean? But as far as his reaction, I thought it was pretty genuine, and I don't think it was just that he won that award. I think it was just everything that's coming to him, like the Super Bowl, all of the controversy, this newfound success. You know what I mean? That's going on. Like you on a run right now, and it's like, wow, like this too. Like I actually, okay. So I think he had to like take a second, take it all in. You know what I mean? And then in the moment when you get up there in front of the mic, you're trying to gather your thoughts because he also has a message to say too. So you don't. in those moments, all eyes are on you, so you kind of like your mind is racing. You want to be you celebrating, you're nervous, you excited, you know, you got to remember your contract obligations because Trevor Noah was trying to get him to sing songs before the Super Bowl, all that type stuff. So yeah, I think it was genuine.
I'm gonna miss Trevor Noah as a host, man. I'm like, man, I don't know who's gonna be able to step up. I guess maybe Kevin Hart. I don't know, but
No, thank you.
I'm sick of Kevin. Yeah.
We don't need Kevin Hart. No.
well, those
I'm
are
sure
gonna be,
there's somebody else.
It's gonna be big shoes to fill, but he's done a great job hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Trevor too. But ain't no host like this one. And we're gonna start the show.
I thought you was gonna say ain't no host like the one I got.
No one can host you
Host you
better.
I was waiting on it.
All right. Welcome to the Buzzer Friends podcast show. Yes, this episode is a very special episode. This is the Valentine's Day episode, and we're going to incorporate Who Asked You. A very special episode where we take advice from people who didn't ask us, but we're going to give them to them anyway.
For the lovers.
So, yes. So we're going to only specifically talking about relationship advice for Valentine's Day.
So you don't want to introduce us?
Now, Valentine's Day, no. What's up, Gary?
What's up? Peace and love to everybody and everybody's Valentine.
What's going on, Chris?
Yo, what's up, crew? Happy to see everyone and happy to be seen. Happy Valentine's Day.
What's going on, Greg?
What's up, everybody? This one goes out to all the lovers and friends. No brothers, just lovers and the friends.
And last but not least, what's going on, Fred?
What's good, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers out there in the world.
How am I going to cut? All right, so the first letter comes from a man in his mid-60s. I am a man in my mid-60s, married for the past 35 years to my second wife. We have 2 children, both grown and on their own. We have been sleeping in separate bedrooms for years. She is an alcoholic and is very often nasty towards me. Life is miserable. Prior to this marriage, I was married for 2 years to my childhood sweetheart and soulmate. We had what I thought was a wonderful marriage until one day she announced that she did not want to be married anymore. She refused to tell me why or get counseling. I was devastated. I tried for the next year or 2 to woo her back, and I found out that she later had been having an affair with a coworker whom she eventually married. My dilemma is that I cannot get my first wife out of my head or heart. We have not had any contact in more than 35 years, but she is always on my mind. I know she felt that she made a big mistake by ending our marriage, but I do not know what to do about this feeling. I made vows that I plan to keep no matter how miserable I am. So I cannot leave my wife. I cannot go to counseling because I think it will break my wife's heart to know my feelings. And I have never spoken to this about with anyone. I had always envisioned like living with my soulmate into our golden years with a long, happy marriage. Now I would be spending my golden years with a bitter alcoholic with no chance for intimacy. I do not know what to do. All right, who asked you?
Damn. See, it would be perfect to do that.
You didn't ask me.
In there, right?
But sir, you need to leave your wife. Now I know that you have these vows, and trust me, I respect people who really want to keep their vows and want to make sure that's sacred to them. But to live a miserable life ain't gonna do nothing but make you depressed, and God forbid, who knows what's gonna happen from there. So and then I don't know if especially you need to deal with these feelings with this ex of yours. No contact for 35 years is a very long time. to still be thinking about somebody after that long, like you got it bad. In the words of Usher. So I really want this guy. I really want you, sir. Excuse me. Really want you, sir, to get a divorce. Leave your wife because you're not really in love with her anymore. You're sleeping in separate beds. She's very mean to you when she's drunk, and it just seems like a life you just shouldn't be living right now. So my advice to you, even though you didn't ask me, is to get your ass out of the house. What y'all think?
I'm in agreement.
I'll say,
Go ahead, Greg.
oh no, go ahead. You're in agreement. I disagree, so
yeah.
you go first.
I'm in agreement with the divorce. Yeah, like at this point, if y'all aren't trying to do anything, and y'all aren't, only thing y'all doing as married couples is like just being in the same house, which that can just be roommates. Like it's time to up and leave, and go look for that ex. Go hunt her down and get heartbroken because she's still married to the guy she left you with, and maybe that'll break your spirit to move on and find something new, fresh. That's all I got for you, sir.
I don't know, man. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you to stay in that marriage, and here's why. You've been married to this woman for 35 years, bro. 35 years. Worried about your ex, who didn't even want to work it out with you. She was done with you. She didn't want to do counseling. She just left you. And now you're with someone who needs counseling. So try and get her in counseling. She's not going to leave you. She's been with you for 35 years. Now, if she's mean to you while you try to get her to counseling, then that's rough. And yeah, I understand. But also, I don't know. You've been with this person for 35 years. Like, the idea of being, like, 60 some odd years old, you've been with this person for 35 years, you're in separate bedrooms, just close the door. It's fine. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Close the
For
door
me,
with another woman?
I think... No, just go to, like, when she gets drunk and mean, just go to your bedroom and close the door. She'll sober up the
Just
next
go
day,
hide from her.
and you'll make it to 36 years. How
He
about
needs
that?
some loving. He needs some loving.
Cheat on her.
And close the door.
I'm just saying.
P said, turn off
I
the
think
lights.
I think he was fearing counseling or therapy or counseling because he didn't want his wife to find out that he's been dreaming of the
Yeah.
first wife.
That's why he
I think
didn't
that's what
want
he
to
said in the
counsel.
letter, right? So that's why he don't want to do counseling.
Yeah, see, and that's the part that's weird.
So
That's the
for
part that
me-
don't make sense.
So for me, I'm like, okay, I agree with counseling and therapy, but my thing is this. The therapy and counseling is for you and you by yourself because you the common denominator in all of these relationships. So you drove one lady to drink and cheat on you. The other one is like, oh, she's trying to sober, being sober around you is for some reason just toxic or whatever. So you need to see what's going on with you. That way you can find out, I guess, what is with you in relationships. Because obviously you hopped right into a marriage and knowing already that you were still connected to somebody else. So I'm like, go ahead.
I mean, but I get that though. Like, his ex left him. Like, he didn't get to choose. He wanted to stay. So, like, I get why he was still in love with his ex when he got married, but it has been 35 years, so it's probably best to let that one go.
No, yeah, I agree with Gary. It's something going on with you, sir. Like, yeah, common denominator of these two relationships. Something's going on with you, sir. Like, yeah, like Gary said, you drove one to cheat and one to alcohol, but putting 35 years in, I'm not going to say, to go ahead and get a divorce. Obviously, you're unhappy. You got to work on yourself, and then hopefully, greener pastures
Work
ahead.
on her.
I did want to ask though. So, do y'all think he should? Cause Fred said he should go back to his ex. Y'all think he should go back to his ex?
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
I agree with the
Break his heart. Break his heart.
Yeah, I agree with the lesson. Yeah. I think Fred was trying to like, okay, you need tough love right now, and if you standing out there, singing love songs to your ex, and she like, I don't want your ass.
I know.
I
Walk up
got-
to the window, see her new husband just banging it out.
I got a question. What if you was
Ain't
if you
yours.
was one of the adult kids and you saw your pops going through this? Like, what would you do? What advice would you give?
If you was
him?
the
Same
kid.
thing, I guess.
What
son.
if we was what?
The
It
kid,
says
mother's
he's got
kids.
2 adult children. Yeah, you got 2 adult kids, and you see him going through this. Like, I guess it's the same advice you would give him now, right?
You're first of all, this man, yeah, this man should.
Go ahead. They didn't ask us, but here we go.
All right, so this man is in his mid 60s. So I would advise him to keep that shit to yourself, bro. I don't see a world in where telling your grown children that you are in love with the woman that you was married to before you met their mother. I don't see how that is beneficial information for anybody. You need to keep that to yourself. Cause that's weird. And you need to stay away from that woman. Cause again, you are in your 60s, bro. Like it would be one thing if you were in your 20s and guess, okay, go see your ex one more time so she can let you down easy, right? But you in your 60s, bro. You 60s.
That's wild.
You gonna
That's
go see
kind
her
of
have a
wild,
heart
right?
attack? Have a heart attack.
Man. But he did say high school sweethearts. They were high school sweethearts. I'm like, dude, it's time to move on.
Nah, that was that one.
When I got away, I guess, yeah.
That one that got away. So what do you do with the one that got away?
Like, Pops,
You
go
let her get
go
away.
You
Pops,
said
go
you
after her. You gotta go after her, Pops.
I know. This is your destiny.
You know what, Fred? You won me over. Yeah, I think he should try one more time. Just one last time. Look, you only got one life to live, bro. Live your truth. Get out there, sing some R&B in the rain, bring some flowers, whatever it was they did in your generation.
It's only,
You know what
only
I'm
two
saying?
two possible results. You might look up. I've been looking for
she-
you too.
You know she willing to cheat, so hey,
But say so if anything, that's how you could be.
I don't need to be your Mr. Right. Just need to be your Mr. Right now.
Man, so we're gonna move on to the next letter. All right. So this letter, I think Chris will enjoy.
Chris Kidd? Okay.
Yes, you sir. I have been in a relationship for 7 years. My significant other, Gabe, and I bought a home together. We are also raising 3 of his grandsons. I pay half of the mortgage, utilities, food, maintenance, and personal necessities. We both pay for our own insurance, car loans, and gas. There are 4 of them and 1 of me. This means utilities, food are used more by them than me. I'm always after the boys to turn off the lights when not in use and shut the doors after entering and leaving the house. We live in Arizona, so you can imagine the electric bills during the summer, especially in a very large home. Because Gabe earns more money than I do, I have tried talking to him about the cost. I feel he should pay a higher percentage. Each time I give him the monthly amount that I spent, he then goes through it with a fine-tuned comb and pays only what he thinks he should pay for it. We argue about it every single month. It's driving me nuts, and the upfront costs are breaking me. Please advise. All right. You didn't ask me, but I'm going to tell you this. I feel like conversation needs to be had about the finance. I feel like because he's paying a little bit, he makes a little bit more, he should contribute a little bit more. I feel like this, and then it is his since it is his grandsons, it kills me. He should, I think front that bill a little bit more. Now, um, I don't know. I just feel like it should be more of him just paying just a little bit more, especially if it's driving you crazy. And if he makes that much more, again, I don't know how much more, but if it's a significant amount, I definitely agree that he should pay a lot more uh, than your half should be. It shouldn't be really just half and half. It's just you and it's for them. And if they are, doing things and running the bill and stuff like that, then yeah. But I think this could be, certain things. Maybe you pay more in food, but he pay more to utilities, maybe more to mortgage. Just something that's more reasonable, so that way you don't feel overwhelmed and you don't feel like it's kind of like unfair on your end. What do you guys think?
Yeah, okay. I was like, why is this what's directed to me? Okay,
Well, because of the
finance.
finance, yes.
I was like,
Because of
Gabe,
Gabe.
$3,000?
Do you know Gabe? Chris?
Because of
I
Gabe?
don't know.
Am I married to a Gabe? But yes, I appreciate the finance question, Josh. Yes. But no, I 100% disagree with you, sir. Those aren't Gabe's grandkids. Those are your grandkids. That's not Gabe's bills. Those are everybody's bills. So just because he makes more, and I don't know, like, yeah, those are household bills, so they should be paid by the entire household, divided. If your strategy, if your finance meeting is to divide the bills as such, I mean that's what you walked into the marriage with. But you dividing costs by what Gabe is doing and what Gabe's grandkids are doing, that sounded really messy to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. I'm with you on this one. Because I'm like, all right. First up, my clarifying question is, they are married, correct?
It doesn't say.
Oh, he doesn't say. Okay.
Yeah, well, hold on. What's the first couple words? Because I was trying to
Yeah.
like, who is Gabe and who is the letter writer? What's the first couple
yeah.
words of the letter?
I have
Oh,
been in
that
a
changes
relationship-
things if they're not married.
I have
That
been in a
changes things if
relationship for 7 years. My significant other, Gabe, and I bought a home together.
significant other. Significant other.
Gotcha.
Person doesn't say.
Okay, that might change. Yeah,
Yeah, it might change things there. Right?
If they was married, I'm
Yeah.
going with Chris. Like, those are household
Okay.
bills. And two, I'm gonna title this question "Stay Petty So You Ain't Gotta Get Petty." Like, okay, to calculate. Okay, the light is on in the room, so I only use this much light. You must use it. I'm like, come on now. Like, at some point, that pie slice got to be a little bit more generous. You know what I mean? I'm with Chris on that. It needs to be household bills. It just works simpler. But whatever works for y'all, and it seems like that method might not be the best thing if it keeps causing arguments. So maybe y'all can do a pool or something like that, even pool or whatever, depending upon y'all finances or whatever. But I think they just need a different system than just everybody do an equal share, because it just tends to not work that way.
Yeah, pay what you use or use what you pay. That sounds messy.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you're gonna play married, then you're gonna have to, if you're gonna play the game, you got to play the game all the way through. So if y'all decide y'all want to get a house together and y'all ain't married, that should have been a conversation y'all had before y'all bought this house. Like, how's this gonna work out? Like, now,
Tell 'em, Fred.
say in the letter, if y'all went in with a plan and the plans changed, so all we got to go off of is what we got. So yeah, so it sounds like y'all playing married, but y'all ain't ready for what comes with being married.
Ooh, message.
I would say the two of them need to have a conversation about finances and equity, and making sure everyone feels like they are contributing in an equal way. Because I don't know. I think if one person makes more money and you're not married and you're in a living situation where we don't know if there are plans for a marriage. We're just cohabitating and his grandchildren live there, right? So like those additional people should factor in, especially if you make more money. So like to have these additional bodies that's going to contribute to electricity and water and food and all of these bills. Like, I think it is fair for the letter writer to say, hey, like, when we initially went into this, it was one way, but things have changed. Now there's additional bodies on your side. So, like, we kind of have to renegotiate what is equitable. Because at the end of the day, like, everybody works hard for their money. And if I'm not married to you, I don't necessarily understand why I have to help pay for your grandchildren to live with me. So yeah.
So, going back to what Chris and what Gary said, I don't want to change the topic or change whatever you just said, Greg. But I want to focus on because y'all agree about splitting half and half. I think my issue is that the Gabe is making more money than she is. So if I'm like a teller and you like a CEO of a bank, you damn right we ain't paying half. Like, no. Like, that makes no sense. Like, I don't make that much money. I can't afford and you got all your kids, especially if y'all doing all these things, like, no. Like, you're gonna pay more than that, your half, because I don't make as much. I feel like the differences of how much you make should definitely change of how much, spending y'all doing. And like if it's half and half, and I don't make, so that means now like I'm struggling just to have my own like spending money while you out here living the dream because you can afford that. I can't afford that, so you out here playing golf and stuff like that, and I'm out here, I'm in my house trying to figure out how I'm gonna put gas in my car. Like that's just not cool. Like I feel like if Gabe makes more than she does, yes, he should pay more than what she do towards household utilities. Just I don't. This is my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Like, it should be a percentage paid based off of, like, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, if you get the bill together and say, all right, we're going to pay 30% of, so each person takes 30% of their check. So that automatically means Gabe is going to get more because his 30% is going to be more than her 30%. So I think it should be a percentage that they should come to if they're not married. And then once they agree on that percentage of what
married or not married, I'm like I don't understand. Like
I
you
feel
pay
like,
more, you make more.
So when you're married, I feel like all the money usually goes into a pot. So it's like it's just all.
Well, yeah,
I'm assuming. Compared to like if you're not married, you might have two separate accounts and you might have to put it together. So
yeah, married or not, yeah. I'm thinking that they split their finances is what I'm thinking.
So for me, even whether married or not married, right? Okay. For one, if I'm with Fred on his initial kind of response like this, if you gonna play house, so that means that we need to take care of the house, the apartment, or wherever we dwell in. So it's kind of hard to cut up the house as equal shares because it doesn't pan out that way. Especially like you said, if one person makes this versus one person make that. If we're gonna decide to live in there, then these at this cost or whatever. Then these expenses, somebody's going to have to take on the lion's share. You get what I'm saying? So let's say if it was a stay-at-home mom or dad, right? And somebody who worked. Okay, well, even still, it's never going to be equal. You know what I mean? It's not like, okay, well, you can't turn on this light. You can make those guidelines like, okay, we need to conserve more power in this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? Hey, y'all, only flush so many times or wherever, depending on where y'all at. Don't turn the air up, certain amounts or something like that. But I'm like, for it to be like equal, it's not going to be equal because we don't make the same amount. And it's about taking care of the household versus, my share of, because you're not paying rent. You get what I'm saying? It's not like you paying rent to this other person or something like that. You're taking care of said household, said apartment.
I mean, I get it. Like,
living expenses.
I don't agree that if someone's making more than I do, especially if it's a significant more, we should not be paying half. Like I'm not paying half. I don't care if we're married or not married.
I mean, see, the thing is, like, it depends because of the number of people in the house, right? So, like, if I was the letter writer, I would say, well, I'll just pay a quarter of all the bills. And you are responsible for the other 3/4 of the people who live here. Because, I mean, essentially, even though we're in a relationship, we are not married. So we need to treat these finances as a roommate situation, right? So if it's a roommate situation, then it doesn't really matter who makes more. It just needs to be equitable, right? So it's not about who makes more. It's just these other two people are a part of your family, and so you need to pay 3/4 of the 4 people who live here. Like,
Yeah,
Play,
that to me
play
makes
to
more
stay.
sense.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with Greg there. Because, like, let's say this is a situation where the letter writer was living by herself for a moment. So she's taking care of all the bills comfortably. And then Gabe moves in and now, takes over half of the bills. And then the grandkids move in and now the bills, some certain bills, certain utilities rise. So I feel like Gabe should be responsible for any difference between the half and any overage that came along with the new grandkids coming around. You know what I mean?
Well, wouldn't that be like should they renegotiate or should they have a now? Because it sounds like, okay, we had an agreed upon or assumed or whatever, agreement, and then now the grandkids are added in. So then now we just need to adjust the agreement. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we know we're going to take on extra expenses. Like, why did we agree to take these kids on? Were these kids forced on me now? Okay, then that changes things. Like, hey, I didn't agree to this, But if you accepted those grandkids, you accepted them bills too. That's why I said I'm with Fred. Like, if you go play house, you know what I mean? Then you got to accept some of the responsibilities. But it is a catch-22 if they're not married. You know what I mean? And so you need to at least agree on a set amount that would be comfortable for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like Greg said, I think breaking it down like that, I think that's a good percentage if they wanted to do that. Like, if it's 4 of them, and like I said, because like I'm only gonna eat so much, but you got growing kids, so now this grocery bill done went from like $100 a week to like $250 a week. So I was cool paying my $50 and you paying your $50, but now I'm gonna pay my $50. You got to pay the $200.
So when is Greg kids got to need a job?
So your kids at work.
No, we're gonna need sardines.
Go shovel some snow.
All right. I saw my husband's Instagram account, and he's following only women who show their bodies provocatively. Sorry. Provocative. Is that provocatively?
Provocative.
Proactive. It's proactive. Proactive.
Proactively. I like that. They proactive.
Sure. Provocatively.
Checking for pimples.
Provocatively. I saw my husband's Instagram account, and he's following only women who show their bodies provocatively. Is that emotional cheating, or is it just lust? Also, is that grounds for divorce? He's looking at and lusting after the woman online hurts my feelings. Well, you didn't ask me, but I'm gonna tell you. I don't think it stands for grounds for divorce. I do think you should talk to him about it. I label, like that online Instagram following, like women who's showing their bodies. I label that as more so like porn, like somebody who did the porn may follow women like that. I don't know if that's ground for cheating, but it's definitely ground for discussion, and just let them know like how it makes you feel, and if he can't, get over that, then it's probably something that he needs help with, and definitely go to counseling for. I just don't know if this immediate thing is grounds for divorce right away. Not if you try to work on it. What say ye, peoples?
I'm gonna take another direction on this. I think the guy should be commended and the lady should understand. Because I think that's a form of respect that he's on Instagram just viewing these ladies as provocative. Because he could be doing something else where he could actually be cheating. He could actually be going to see them in person. So to do it in a virtual way, that's respect.
So I'm gonna say for the question she asked, emotionally cheating. I mean, that's up to you. If you feel like he's emotionally cheating, I think only you would know that. Lust, possibly. He possibly could be lusting after these women. Grounds for divorce, no. But like Josh said, grounds for discussion, maybe some counseling. It's all based off of what's going to make you guys comfortable. Like, because it's going to be hard to get them just to quit cold turkey. So it's like you can't be on Instagram no more because all you're going to be looking at is women. So, like I said, might have to talk it out because he may be cheating. We don't know. He may be cheating with some of these girls.
I mean, I'm assuming that they're like Instagram models. Like he don't know. That's what I'm assuming.
Like popular, like famous people or something.
Yeah, like famous people
okay.
who he can't. He don't know.
I thought it was just regular
That's what
people
I'm
that just
assuming.
be.
Yeah, I ain't think like regular people who just.
That's proactive.
Yeah. Shut up. Provocative.
I thought it was regular proactive people girls.
See, it's different.
But
if it's
I mean,
like,
if it's like
Berry
superstars,
versus,
yeah, if it's superstars
versus
then,
like
it's
his
like
coworker
porn.
or something.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
like
that's why I say it's kind of like
Porn
porn
stars.
to me. Yeah, if it's like
From
famous
the
Instagram models.
from the first letter, maybe it's the 60-year-old dude finding his high school sweetheart's Instagram page and looking over her. But no, I agree. Like going straight to divorce, there's something going on. I feel like insecurity wise with the letter writer there. That was like her first. I felt like you jumped 0 to 60 there. Just going straight. Is this grounds for divorce? I feel like there's some insecurity there going on. Definitely. I don't think it's grounds for divorce, but like everyone said so far, it is grounds for discussion. But yeah, that was the only thing that kind of stood out in the letter for me was like that was the first thing that she threw out. Like, should I get a divorce over this? I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I agree with Chris. That's what stuck out to me is like it doesn't sound like he is the problem. It sounds like the letter writer has an insecurity about her husband's Instagram and who he follows. Instagram is for looking at pictures of people and things. That's what the Instagram is about. And so to be upset that your partner is on Instagram looking at pictures is weird. If you have no evidence of him cheating, it doesn't sound like you didn't write anything in the letter that says like you feel like he's cheating or that he's like flirtatiously commenting on these pictures. You didn't say any of that. Like at all. Like it literally just sounds like he's following them and maybe liking pictures.
So
because I feel like if he was leaving comments, that would be something different. But it doesn't sound like he's leaving comments. It doesn't sound like she went into DMs and saw anything. And so you have no evidence to be bothered by this. Now, you're allowed to be bothered. You're allowed to have feelings about it, and you can have that conversation. But he's also allowed to tell you, like, I'm not doing anything, and I'm not going to change my behavior because I will try to be respectful, but also at the same time, you have to recognize this is something that you have to work on yourself. This is an insecurity about who your husband follows on Instagram. There's always going to be beautiful women in pictures on the street, whatever. You can't block that. And so instead of trying to govern his movements, I would readjust your standards because grounds for divorce is insane. It doesn't sound like you really went into a marriage wanting to be married, because to say like my partner is looking at pictures of the opposite sex and should I leave them forever is wild. Like, why did you marry this person? Like I really want you to think about why you married this person, because it doesn't sound like you want to be with them. Because to throw out, should I divorce them for looking at pictures of attractive people? Like, sit with that. Yeah. That's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that divorce is the extreme, but I do feel like she has a right to be upset about it, though.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask this question.
I do. She has a right to be upset. Like that's. I'm like, if that's all you guys, that's all your friends. It's just nothing.
And when are you looking at them? Are we like sitting together? Are we like sitting together at
like,
dinner on a date?
Like you just scrolling through Instagram, looking at these women. I'm like, this is weird. Like, nah.
Now see, y'all are adding all this extra sauce to it. There wasn't no. He's not paying attention to me. He's on Instagram. It wasn't none of that.
Right.
Like,
right.
I think we're saying that. I think we're saying like, now is he doing
these things to make you this worried. Like if he's doing these things, it's different. But if they're just people that he look at when he's like by himself at work or whatever, and then you happen to check his phone and see him, then yeah, it's cool. But if like
that's
y'all
what it
together,
sounded.
y'all on dates, and y'all like and he like ignoring you and
Nah.
looking at the girls, it makes it different. But so it's up to like when is he doing these things.
So
Yeah,
I'll
it sounded
say
like
this-
she said she got hold of his account, so it doesn't
Yeah,
sound
she
like
just seen it. Like
Yeah, right.
being nosy.
Yeah, being nosy.
Found out. That's what it was. So I got this question I'm gonna pose to y'all too, because I've heard this very scenario being like a debate between men and women. Like women look at porn and like looking at provocative pictures or whatever, proactive pictures. I couldn't resist y'all. So sorry. As one thing versus men looking at it. I know we all here and we have men opinions, but it's like, okay, is looking at like an Instagram model or porn cheating?
No.
Because I think if you put it like men and women together, I think the answers might be kind of skewed a little bit too, like all around.
So
I mean, it depends on the parameters of the relationship, right? Like if you've had a conversation with your partner about porn and that is a boundary for you and your partner crosses it, then yeah, that's cheating. It all depends on the relationship that you're in. Like I don't think we can blanketly say like, oh, porn isn't cheating for men, but because women don't really like porn, if she is looking at porn, then she is cheating. Like that, like if we start to draw those like weird dynamics, that becomes icky and weird. Like I it just, yeah, I don't know. Instagram is an aspirational app. You get on Instagram for aspirational things. You don't go on Instagram to look at regular people you can see on the street.
Aspirational.
You don't.
for ass,
It's an ass. It's an ass.
situation.
Aspiration.
But also, like, I wonder, like,
Proactive
what,
ass.
like, what is she looking at on her Instagram? Like, is her Instagram dry as hell? Like, what are you looking at?
So my thing. That's my thing. So okay, is it the same thing when women watch a Michael B. Jordan movie or something like that? It's literally the same thing, right?
no.
It's like he's saying something that he liked, so he just like now.
So
I know,
what if-
I know it can
what
be,
if,
it can throw a rift too though, because I know I've heard it where people that look at certain porn, certain social medias or whatever like that, it usually is different from what their partner is. So he's like, oh, so you like this? You
So-
get what I'm saying? And I'm not that. So this might be divorce. Like, I think you don't really.
I do have a question. I want to kind of steer the focus of the question, because she said something that she said, like, regardless of what the act is, she said what he's doing is hurting my feelings. So do you feel like you have to stop because what you're doing is hurting your spouse's feelings, regardless of what it is? You're doing something that is actively hurting your spouse's feelings.
That's
Do
a
you
good
feel
point.
like
Yeah,
you should stop?
that's exactly
Because-
it. That's a good
right.
point, right?
Because it is hurting her
so
feelings,
if-
regardless of how you feel. Like, oh, that's a stupid reason to hurt her feelings or for her to be upset about. It is still hurting her feelings. So that's
yeah,
something
if they have that discussion, and that's like Greg said, that's her border now. She set a border, and he still continues across that border. Then he obviously doesn't care about her feelings, and now we got to start thinking about,
But that's a hard line to draw. Like
I know,
for
because
That's
instance,
her
You
line.
draw that border in the middle. You draw that border in the
'cause
middle.
it could be an addiction, right? Yeah, like okay.
It's
it
different.
could be-
You
it could
ain't
be
come
an
in with that
addiction.
border.
But it's like okay.
You ain't come in following all these women either, though. So now we got to change the border.
He like this. I got feelings too, so I gotta respect your feelings. Are you respecting mine?
like if
You feel me?
if I don't like this girl's video, we hurting her feelings.
Everybody got feelings in this, babe.
Yeah.
We all got
Happy
feelings.
feelings. Watch, look, watch it with me. Understand why. Let me show you why I like it. Boom. Let's spice it up.
I mean, I think it's important to maintain some level of agency, even though you're in a relationship. I don't think your partner gets to govern your private movements based on their feelings. I don't think that is a fair request. Personally, I don't think it's fair to say who you follow on Instagram hurts my feelings, and so you have to stop.
Well, let's take it off
Like
of
that,
Instagram.
like
Let's take it off of
because
Instagram,
you've
though.
now put your feelings on me, and I'm not doing anything wrong, and so now it's like well, now you need to stop because I've told you it hurts my feelings. Like, let's get to the root of why those feelings are hurt, because it has literally nothing to do with me. And so you need to address that with you and your feelings, and not with me, because
But-
I haven't hurt your feelings.
But at the same time,
Where we
but
gonna
at the
draw
same
that
time,
line?
most
Where we gonna draw the line?
Yeah, like it hurts my feelings when you go to work every day. Okay, well, let's sit at home and be broke and starve to
broke,
death
right?
because it hurts your feelings. Like, that's stupid. Like, come
how
on
you feel now?
but I feel,
Do you feel better? Are your feelings good?
What's that? What's that Jasmine? What's that Jasmine Sullivan song about feelings?
Come and pick them up. No, pick up your feelings.
I feel like we do need to be, observant of feelings, though, of your spouse's feelings.
I mean,
That's
it's
because you're a
consideration,
Cancer.
Yes.
Huh?
And
Yes.
that's because you're a Cancer and your feelings are very important.
They are
and very
very
vital
important.
to you.
They are vital.
They are.
Like, you shouldn't be going around
But
hurting
feelings-
people's feelings, though. Like, and if you know
listen-
that, but if you know that you're doing something that potentially hurting my feelings, regardless of if it's insecurities or not, because most of people in America got insecurities. So if I start doing something to you that hurts your insecurities, then you're going to be, well, that hurt my feelings. Well, you said,
But
fuck
she
your
caused the
feelings.
hurt feelings.
So, no, she didn't. How she
caused
causing
it.
it?
But see,
If you're
this-
following,
Don't
if
look
you're
at my
following
phone.
women,
Don't look at my phone.
but I can
If
see
you never
who
looked
you
at the phone, her
following.
feelings would have never got
I
hurt.
can see who you following.
The only reason why you can see who he's following is because you're following the same people. So, like, how do you know who he's following?
I can go to
Instagram
your,
doesn't tell you
if
who
it's
you
a public
follow.
profile, I can go to your page and
So
see
you
who
went to
following.
look to see who he's following to piss your own self off.
I
This is
didn't
the
see-
thing.
I didn't-
People need to investigate.
No.
Instead of saying my feelings hurt, stop doing that. You need to find out why are your feelings hurt. Ask yourself those questions. Dig a little deeper, because saying my feelings are hurt is not valid. Because my next question is going to be, why are your feelings hurt? And you're going to have to answer that, because saying it just hurts my feelings is not going to get me off Instagram. Not because I'm tied to these women or I'm addicted to them, but because I have a right, and I have a right to my own autonomy. I am an individual person. We do not have a family Instagram account. We can create one and we can follow people together if you want, but I'm also allowed to have my own individual interests. And if you didn't want me as an individual, you didn't want me.
Preach.
So
Go ahead, Greg.
you can't
All right.
govern based on your feelings. Like, y'all gotta dig a little deeper. Why are you having those feelings?
Don't go into a haunted house and if you don't want to be scared. That's my thing. You went searching and you found out. So now, come on, deal with it. And
Yeah,
my
because
thing- and my
it's-
thing is too, what social media platform he gonna go on where he ain't gonna see ads? I'm sorry, we live in 2026 now. So he ain't gonna be on Instagram ads, but he gonna be on TikTok ads. He ain't gonna be on TikTok ads. He gonna be on Facebook ads. What? All of it got it now. So I think it's a combination of both. You let them know that it does affect your feelings, but then you also need to explore why. And
I'm not trying to say-
watch the video with him, and then let him. Explain
I'm not trying to
you.
say she should definitely explore why her feelings are hurt. I definitely agree with that. I just feel like as the other partner, you should also be aware that you're also hurting your partner's feelings. And do what you can to do, to best not hurt your partner's feelings on purpose. Like, I know you're doing it.
your pass
If
code.
that's something you need to work on, great. You can work on that. But it can't be like, oh, well, now I can also still continue to do things that still hurt your feelings.
Josh,
I feel like
he waited
just-
till she was asleep.
Huh?
He waited till she was asleep. What you looking at? What you looking at?
So, like,
Right, like
so
if
it's okay
he
to do it in
respectfully
private, though.
scrolls,
It's okay to
right?
do
Like
it
if
in
he
private.
only scrolls on Instagram when he's like not around, when she's like away at work and he's on the toilet, like if he secretly only scrolls, is that okay? Can her feelings be safe? Or is she still gonna have hurt feelings because she's going to his account and looking at who he follows and then choosing to be mad? Like,
What
Where
if
do
he
we
likes the
draw the
comments?
line, bro?
So is it all right if she gets mad if he likes and comments on the pictures, or is that going?
Okay,
Too
you
far.
know what?
Well, if he likes and
here's
start
my
commenting on the pictures,
Here's my olive branch. I'm not okay with the commenting and all of that, right? And even the liking, because you can scroll without liking. But yeah, if you want to support, This person.
Like and
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
I
They out here trying to make a
there is an
living just like we
Instagram.
are.
It's an algorithm, man. Instagram is only going to show you more ass pictures.
Right.
If you
Now
like
it's going to be
you gotta
more
like the
ass
ass
pictures.
pictures
Right.
to
'Cause
see
now
more
it's
ass
right.
pictures.
So now all you're going to see nothing but asses all day.
What's the problem?
So for her,
I mean,
she need to go and find some
some
dicks to
pictures.
look at then.
Yeah.
Go find dicks
some
to look
dudes.
at.
Go find
and
some
make him
dudes.
hurt his-
And tight, wet draws. They out there. They're out there.
and see how he likes it. Bet you he ain't
Follow
gonna
me.
like
You
Pretty
can
sure
find, you'll
I'm
find
pretty
the
sure
rest
he
of them.
ain't. I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna look.
Oh yeah.
He don't seem like he kind of
Right, because that's the thing,
She
though.
doing.
Like, have you? I ain't never heard of a guy like running in his lady's Instagram follows and being like, "It hurts my feelings that you follow all these half naked dudes. Like, it hurts my feelings they got abs and I don't look like that because I don't have abs." Like, have it?
Right.
So nobody
Anyone ever heard
went
that?
into their wife's
They all
social
tall and
media.
I'm short. Wait a minute.
Nobody went to their spouse's social media to see who they follow.
No.
No, for
No.
what?
Not really.
Just asking a question. So if they followed an ex, y'all
I
be
guess you
okay with
did.
that? No, I haven't. I haven't. No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It sounded like you did.
No, I haven't.
It's okay. It's just
I haven't.
I mean, yeah, it's a
guys.
safe space.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's
Cut it
a
out
safe
if you did.
space. I can say what I know. And no, I haven't.
Because if you have, then that would be being proactive.
Proactive, right?
That would be proactive.
That is actually proactive
Yes,
too,
that's correct.
and not provocative.
All right, we can do one more letter or we can end it. What y'all want to do? Next letter is, my husband and I have been married for 40 years and share the same friendships, joint, his, and mine. We have camped, hosted parties, and traveled with the same friends. My problem is, my husband says I am not allowed to speak privately with the males in our group unless I first confirm with him what I'm talking about. He also gives me the third degree about my visits with the wives, mainly to find out if their husbands were around. In all our married years, I have never given him a reason to think there's anything going on between me and anyone else. I have always held him in high regard. I consider him to be somebody with honesty and integrity, and I love him wholeheartedly. Where in the world does he get out trying to order me around and think that I can't ask a question of his friends or visit with his friends and their wives without asking his permission? This has been a long situation between us, and I'm tired of it. Almost at the point of leaving him and enjoying what's left of my life with all kinds of people and relationships. Please help.
Jeez.
So I thought this is us, somewhat. Not really, but because we all have friendships and we all joined with each other's wives and we know each other wives and whatever. But
I
anyway,
haven't joined with anybody's wives.
you know what I mean. I mean like friendships, man.
Oh, okay.
Friendships, man. Like we all know each other's spouses and we're all friends. This is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus. All right, so there's gonna be a lot of outtakes on
Go
this
ahead,
one.
Jack. Who asked you?
Who asked
You
you?
gotta edit. You know, this don't need to be edited.
This is pretty stupid.
I know. I love it.
Oh my god. So I would say that she definitely has a right to be upset in this one. Asking for permission I think is wild. You know, he definitely needs some help with his insecurities, especially if you never gave him a reason to think that you were cheating. I definitely think he needs to figure out why he is acting that way, why, especially around his own friends. Like if you got friends who you should be able to trust your friends that nothing ain't gonna happen. And then like what y'all talking about, I just want to know like what do you think she's gonna be talking about that is gonna be so hurtful, or so that you really need to know like what is gonna be said. Counseling for sure. Again, I just don't agree with divorce right away, especially if he's just being I don't know. I don't know because it do sound controlling. If that's the only thing that he's controlling, then I don't think it's divorce right away. But if that controlling habit starts to evolve itself, yes, get out, run immediately. Let's say y'all.
Okay,
I'm
let me run into this
okay.
one. Let me run
Go
into
ahead.
it.
Go
Nope,
ahead,
nope,
Jay.
nope, nope, nope. So here's the thing. So I have two red flags with this letter here,
Ooh, I
and
might be
I
Team
think
Greg already. Go
yeah,
ahead.
and I think on his face, on his face, the letter feels like, oh, he's controlling, right? But I think your husband knows who his friends are, and I think your husband may have a scumbag friend, or is friends with scumbags, who 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 will try to make a move on you, or your husband is a scumbag himself and has shared his scumbaggery with his friends, and he does not want his friends to share his scumbaggery with you.
With you.
In either case, I don't think it's about you, especially since y'all been together for 40 years. Like, that's a really long time to be together, and for him to be like, don't spend no alone time with my friends. So it's because he doesn't trust your friends. So if he doesn't trust them, you probably shouldn't trust them either. Or he trusts his friends too much, and you shouldn't trust your husband. Either way, get out. No, you should stay. No, just keep your eyes open, because we don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in real quick. Greg, you went a different route than what I thought you was gonna go. But okay, I was like, wow, okay, that's eye opening. I'm like this. Okay, I understand the dude because it's like, why you want to talk to my friend so bad? Like, so why are you making this an issue? Like, why is this an issue? What is it about my friends that you really want to talk to them this bad? And here's it, Josh, because you were saying, well, I haven't really given him a reason to think that I would cheat. No, that's the reason. Is that if you was playing it cool, like, you know what I'm saying, this was an every now and then thing. Oh, such and such is dropping off a package. Can I go pick it up or whatever? You know what I mean? No, it's like you're saying, well, why can't I be with your friends alone? Why do you want to? You too eager right now. I don't trust you right now. Like, what did you tell me why this has to be a thing for you? That's kind of the angle I was going for. So I don't think
So
he's being controlling. I think he's reading her energy of like he's like, well, why? I'm not about to do it. The more defensive you get in a situation like that, the more it's like, why? Well, why is this a thing? Because you're trying to say it's not a thing, but you're making it a thing in that process. So it's like, nah.
so in the letter, does it say that she wants to hang out with just the guys a lot? So I was
No, and that's why I'm gonna repeat Gary on because it doesn't say that. It says that she he it's almost sounds like he already gave her that rule, like you're not allowed to speak to my male friends without talking to me first about it. And then it sounds like, well, I want to hang out with the wives, but then he give it a third degree. Well, was the husband there? Was the husband there? Like if all y'all wives and spouses hung out,
Okay.
they're trying to figure out like, well, who was all there? Was the husband there too? Like he trying to figure out to cut
okay.
that nail in the
Yeah.
coffin. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Yeah, because the first thing I thought about is kind of like I know like sometimes with Gary, if Jamila, if like if our wives get together, we would ask that more so, be like, all right, well we'll come too, or like nah, I don't want to go just to see, just so we can hang out more so, if anything, or if they like we invite somebody somewhere. Just as a group, sometimes we'll be like, well, is it going to be the wives or the spouses or is it just the guys? So that's how our group dynamic work, and that's the first thing I thought about with us. But kind of like what Greg, I'm leaning towards more so Greg, like, like if he's so demanding about like, are my friends going to be there, are the men going to be there, then like it must be something that like he's trying to hide himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with what Greg said. After you kind of reread that point, there is a red flag that he's keeping his wife separate from his friends. So that is a red flag. Like, I trust all y'all with my wife. If my wife wanted to kick it with y'all, I'm like, all right, go ahead. I was just trying to put myself in an example of like if there's something that I'm not interested in doing, but she wants to do, or with any one of y'all, I'm like, 100% with it. But yeah, there's some kind of red flag there that he's trying to keep separate.
Greg was laughing. He died. I don't know. Chris said that was so funny.
Go ahead, Greg.
You trying to hold back a secret?
Greg, we can't be hanging out with Preston no more. Oh man.
I kept my comments away from us, but if I was to put us in the situation, it's the same. I think with us knowing each other this long or whatever, and it seems like in that the caller or whatever, the letter writers thing. Okay, was the relationship 40 years, or has the friends been there the whole time as well? Kind of like our situation.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I feel like it might be. Yeah, it might not be a controlling issue only because now that I rereading the letter again, like, all right, because he's not only doing it with other guys, just his friends. Like, if he's just doing it with everybody, you go to work, you can't talk to nobody or whatever. Then yeah, but if it's like, you just your friends, his friends, then yeah, it might be something where like it's a secret that goes down that only they know about, that she don't have privy of knowledge of knowing. So he might want to keep that from her.
Look at that. I know what you did last summer.
Yeah, because
it's got to be something, or at least it alludes to something. Because if Sam be like, "Well, me and Jamila gonna play Udo or something over at Fred house,"
what
right?
is so funny?
But then I'm like this: is Fred gonna be there? like that's weird to me. Like why is he my friend if I gotta say that? You feel me? It's like
why I gotta ask if he gonna be at his own house?
Yeah,
like 90% of the
But
chance.
okay, what if it's such a situation like, you know, it's supposed to be like a girls' night, I don't know, candle making or something, but then, you know, one of the male spouses are there.
What if I host it? Because I make candles. I host it.
Yeah. Is that an issue?
Nah, yeah, that's an issue. If it's supposed to be women only, then that you niggas need to not be there. Why are you there? Like, that's weird. Like, what are you doing there? Like, that's weird.
They hired me to come. Like if I'm a candle maker, they hired me to come show them how to make candles.
You better tell your significant other how to do it and make yourself
She
scarce.
ain't know how to do it like I do it.
Then do something different.
That's why he answered the question.
And that's why
he answered.
Right. And that's why, nope, you can't go over there. All of a sudden, Josh want to teach y'all how to make candles. You're the only one to know how to make a candle. Fuck out of here.
You don't trust me?
No, man. You trying to fuck my wife, nigga, and I know it. You think I'm stupid?
I know. With that hot wax.
Right.
Hey,
how many
hey,
candles?
as what Greg said, let's check into ourselves and figure out why that's making us so mad. And figure out our insecurities about why that makes us mad. Because I can't go over
Because
your
my scumbag
girl,
friend Josh
your spouse
is always trying to
girls'
make candles
night
with
and show
people.
them how to make candles. You saying?
Trying to make candles with my wife.
Always trying to show people how to make candles and then trying to put the wick in. Not cool, bro. Stop trying to fuck my wife, dog. Like, I'ma still be your friend because we got a lot of years as friends, but like, what do you do when you find out your friend of many, many years, let's say 40 years, as long as they've been married, he's trying to fuck your wife, but like, you know, he's been a real good friend, so you can't just like.
He's been a real good friend.
Been there when you needed him.
That ain't no good friend.
No, it didn't.
Right. So you tell your wife, stay away from that nigga.
I know.
Don't trust
he
him.
He killed somebody for you.
Oh man.
He killed
I'm
somebody.
just saying.
Yeah.
Man, this advice gone left turn. What?
I mean, these are the things that only make sense based on what the letter writer wrote. These are the only situations that make sense to me.
He either killed
He's cheating on you,
Or he murdered somebody.
or his friends are trying to fuck on you, or he's fucking his friends. That could also be a situation that he's not trying to get you to know about. So,
Yeah.
a lot to think about
Lot to
here.
think about.
Or his
But I say
friends are
try to get
swingers
closer
and
to
they
them
don't
friends.
know. Friends are swingers
he
and
trusts
they don't.
all-
She don't know.
Oh shoot. Yeah. But what if he trusts all his friends but one? kind of like what you alluded to, Greg. At first, it's like you either got one scumbag friend, it's like I've been
Show you
around
how
this
to make it.
scumbaggery, and it's like, yeah,
Scumbag.
Yeah.
Like,
I
ask the
mean-
questions. As soon as she name all the names of who's gonna be there, then he might be like, "Oh, okay, cool."
like that. Like that's what I know. That's one of your moves. You told me that was one of your moves, making candles. That was one of your strategies. Hold on.
Teach him how to make these candles real quick.
Yeah. Oh my
man.
God, that's funny.
This has been another episode of Who Asked You. We out, y'all.
Peace.
One.
What a fun episode.
So if you had to warn a partner that didn't know anybody in this group to stay away from, who would you tell your new partner to stay away from in the group?
I don't know if I
A
tell
new
nobody.
partner.
Like,
Oh, is everybody single at this time?
no.
So I'm thinking that somebody's gonna cheat on their wife.
somebody
to,
new.
to me or my wife.
No. It's just like I would tell them probably stay away from Gary. Gary's gonna probably offend you. Just because Gary's gonna offend you first.
Okay. Yeah. I probably say Gary.
But I'm a good friend.
He's a good friend, but you gotta warm up to him first.
Yeah, I have fans, but I'm a good friend.
Thanks so much for listening. If you ever need or want advice, send us an email at brothersandfriendspod@gmail.com. And we just might read your letter on the podcast. Again, that's brothersandfriendspod@gmail.com. Until next time, peace.